Hello everybody, good afternoon to you all. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Panama and ProPanama, I would like to express my... On behalf of the government of the Republic of Panama and ProPanama, I would like to express my appreciation for the organization of this special event and giving me the opportunity to be here today. ProPanama works with our network of embassies and consulates and our public and private allies to boost our country participation in the global economy and serves as a tool for economic and social development. It is a pleasure for us being here today and to share with you all what our country offers for investors around the world, and in this case, the different competitive advantages, opportunities, and attractive residency programs in Panama. Panama is a small and dynamic country located in the center of the American continent. Our country is warm, receptive to people, and open to receive all investors who wish to establish, relocate, and retire in our country. Our economy is based mainly on the service sector, which accounts for nearly 80% of its GDP. We are a privileged country with more than 10 periods of continuous democracy that offers high security, social, and political stability for any foreign investment. The Republic of Panama is known throughout the world for its canal, for the Panama Canal, one of the most important maritime routes in the planet, through which about 6% of the world trade transits through it. The benefits from the operations of the Panama Canal generates revenues around $3.4 billion each year for the economy of Panama. So why Panama? We are even more sure that it is the ideal destination for foreign direct investment. Investors enjoy the advantages, multiple tax, customs, labor, and immigration incentives offered by our country. We greatly value the investments and, most importantly, the people committed to bring their experience, knowledge, skills, and expertise to our business ecosystem. Thanks to our geographical advantages, Panama is considered a foundational element of world trade due to the way it connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. This offering short and profitable transit route for world trade, but that's not all. We also have a robust and recognized financial banking center which support the activities that are also carried out in the logistics sector and in the fields of research and development. It can be said that a combination of these attributes make us different and special in our region. Our economy is fully dollarized, with the US dollar being legal tender in the country. We are an upper middle income economy with a history of low inflation and free of natural disasters. Panama aims to achieve herd immunity before 2022. It will be one of the first countries to reach this milestone in the continent, and to date, more than a quarter of our population already has immunity. Actually, just yesterday, our authorities announced that 70% of our population is already fully vaccinated. Starting October the 1st, tomorrow, Panama will start offering the Vacuna Tour program, which aims to make vaccination easily accessible to unvaccinated travelers visiting from any country in the world. And Panama is all about connectivity. Our geographic position just shows it clearly. Panama is considered one of the most connected countries on the continent and in the world, with connections not only by the maritime routes, but also through our ports, but also by air routes and telecommunications. The telecommunications, we can resume it in 8 of the most important submarine fiber optic cables that go through the Panama, that give us a connectivity similar like cities like London and New York. Well, next please. While we are aware of the size of our relatively small market of only 4.2 million inhabitants, we are open to the world through the free trade agreements that we have signed with our main commercial partners. This making our hinterland vast and ideal for any company wishing to open up to Latin America and the Caribbean region. At present, Panama has 23 signed trade accords with access to 59 countries by preferential agreements, allowing business in our country to reach more than 1.5 billion potential consumers for products and services originated in Panama, in addition to the security that make it a stable country for foreign investment. Panama's banking system allows investors to obtain loans with low interest. The fixed rates are between 3 and 5% for fixed rated loan, rated bank deposits. All this with a modern and technology advanced banking system. Panama has one of the most stable banking jurisdictions in the world, with around 90 international banks present in our banking center to the date, including banks such as Citibank, JP Morgan, Bladex, Banismo, Banco Nacional, and others that you can see in the script. Next, please. 5 of the 10 most important ports in Latin America are located in our territory, a logistic hub built and developed around the Panama Canal. Approximately, as just said before, 6% of the world trade goes through the canal. 474.5 million tons of cargo, more than 30,000 transits in 2020. Also, we have the Interoceanic Railway that complements the canal services with the transportation of more than 1 million containers per year through multimodal transport. Serving as Panama Aerial Hub, the Tocumen International Airport is considered a hub of the Americas, offering connections to destinations throughout Europe and all the main cities of the Americas. Tocumen Airport is the regional hub for several commercial and cargo airlines. In 2020, we connect passengers from 40 countries and 91 destinations around the world. Many companies now are considering relocating their warehouses and distribution centers in logistic parks nearby the airport to take advantages of its connectivity, in addition to the industrialized zones that have developed around the airport. We are trusted by multinational companies from all over the world. Multinational companies in Panama have increased to more than 170 in the recent years, and 11 more companies will be established by the end of 2021, representing an investment of more than 17.9 million to our economy. These multinationals have become part of Panama's economy and business culture, and contribute to Panama's status as the #1 attractor of FDI in Central America, receiving 51.2% of the region investment during the last few years. The best known so far is the multinational company headquarters law. The best known so far is the multinational companies headquarters law, under which more than 170 multinational companies, a great number of which you would probably recognize, have established headquarters in Panama to provide internal services to its group. taking advantages of unique tax, labor, and immigration incentives. Procter & Gamble, Dell, GlaxoSmithKline, and other mentioned above currently are being established in Panama. Currently, Panama maintains a registry of 36 American companies assigned under the special SEM regime, among them 3M, Brinks, McKinsey, and Visa. Now, we have expanded this law through a new regime known as EMA that promotes manufacturing activities for multinationals in our country with very interesting incentives, so they can take advantage of our world-class logistic hub to access the main markets. With these regimes, you can install your company or business process anywhere on the Panamanian soil. Panama has more than 50 special regimes and laws in effect, which provide incentives for different economic activities in film, forestry, research and development, education, sustainable energy, manufacturing, logistics, and the list goes on. Traditionally, the best known is the oldest, the Colón Free Zone, the second largest free zone in the world after Hong Kong. Formerly known primarily as a warehouse, collection, and redistribution center, it now encourages manufacturing activities to bring even more benefits to its commercial users. So, I would like to let you hear the testimonials of some of the top executive CEOs from the multinational companies that have trust and choose Panama as the place to be for establishing their regional headquarters. But our presentation doesn't end here. Our main presentation is just after me with my colleague Daniela Arias. She's the Director for International Affairs of the National Migration Service. And she will talk about all the programs or the best programs and incentives of investment by migration that we are offering right now in the Republic of Panama. We both represent the government, so what we are saying here is official. I just want to say goodbye and pass that word to my colleague here, Daniela. Please, Daniela, go ahead.
Thanks, Diego. Hi, everyone. I'm very honored to be here with all of you after 2 years of not being able to assist to an expo, and this is our first expo after the pandemic. I'm really glad to be here to share with you information about the residency programs that Panama offers to investors. First, I would like to show you a video about what is in Panama and what Panama is the place to be. Okay, as I mentioned in the panel number 1, since the pandemic, Panama and other countries, the pandemic has been very challenging, but also an opportunity to improve our migration system and to digitalize and improve our programs. We create 2 main programs that has been tailor-made to adapt ourselves to the new reality. And I think that's very important, because when we talk about having a second or third residency, right now the investors are looking for a country with a good health system. We are looking a country with a stable financial system, with a strong currency, and I think Panama comply with all the requirements that the investors are looking right now. And Panama offers multiple residency programs. We are focused on 3 main areas, that is the banking system through the fixed term deposits, real estate, and Panama stock market. So I will explain you that later. Our most prestigious program is called the Qualified Investors or High Net Worth Individuals Residency Program. that is the only residency program that you can apply without being in Panama. It means that the investor being abroad can apply through a lawyer or a legal advisor to this program and be being granted with a permanent residency in less than 30 days. The investment starts from $300,000 in real estate, free of any encumbrances, personal title or through a corporation. The second option is through the fixed term deposit of $750,000, 5 years, 5-year periods. We have a really competitive rates in Panama, so maybe for the investors it's really interesting jurisdiction to put their money there. And the third one is to invest $500,000 in the Panama stock market. This is the third option, and if you comply with the requirements that the National Immigration Service is asking for, you will be granted with a permanent residency in less than 30 days without being in Panama. You only have to go to Panama to get your permanent residency card. After 5 years, you're able to apply for the citizenship if you're looking for have the Panamanian citizenship. This investment must be held for at least 5 years. Every year the Ministry of Commerce will review your investment, but you don't have to be there or you don't have to pay for any other process or assignment. The other one that another important thing about this is that this program has a fast track and is held in a special office that we have. It's very VIP in the Ministry of Commerce. That if you're going to apply for that, when you go to get your permanent residency card, it's very VIP. It's only with appointments. The treatment is very special, not just during the immigration process, but with the company of the authority per Panama. You will get the connection with other authorities if you need assistance with that. The other programs is the Friendly Nations visa that you will be granted with a provisional residency for the 2 years, and after 2 years you're able to get the permanent residency. The limitation is with the nationality. You're granted with the Friendly Nations visa if you hold a nationality that is included within those countries. The majority of them are from the European Union, United States, Mexico, Costa Rica, Japan, and other countries that are included in these programs. The investment is started from $200,000 and has a lot of flexibility because you can finance with your bank, with the local bank, for example, the 90%, 80% of the total amount of your investment. So basically, it's very convenient for some people who are looking to put their money there, but they don't have that amount of money to invest. What are the options in investment? As I mentioned, you can invest in real estate, but also you can invest in a fixed term deposit for at least 3 years, and personal title or through a company. This is what I was talking about. And the other program is tax-free processing zone. For example, in this case, you will get a provisional residency for 2 years, and after 2 years, you will get the permanent residency. is a minimum amount of $250,000 with foreign funds in authorized corporation to operate in processing zones in Panama that Diego explained before. You can apply with dependents. Every category in Panama you can apply with your dependents. It means your children, your mother, your father, your spouse. It is a fast-track application. We have a special office for all our investors, so the treatment is very special, not just in the immigration office, but also in other institutions as well. This is the new visa. This is not a residency, but it's also a visa who allows a digital nomad to stay in Panama up to 18 months. We understand that these kind of people do not like to stay in a place longer than that, and they're looking just to stay there for 1 year, 1.5 years, and to work there remotely. So we have special places through our territory where they really like to go: the beaches, the mountain, the city. Also, as Diego said, we are the hub, so we're very convenient for them. The requirements are very easy to comply with, and also it's very similar to other programs around the world when we talk about digital nomads. So,
Sorry, I just want to add there that one of the requirements for applying to this visa is that your salary has to be proven to from the outside the country, from other country. It's really important. That's one of the most important requirements to apply for this visa.
Your income, the minimum income that you must have is $36,000 per annum. So it's not just for remote workers of international companies, but also entrepreneurs who are looking to establish in another jurisdiction for a few months and then change to another jurisdiction who allow digital nomads. I think that's the majority. Obviously, we have other programs, but it's very important for me to know if you have any questions regarding our permanent programs in Panama, or you have any questions regarding the citizenship, or I don't know, it's not just me speaking, but also what you're thinking about, or what question can you have about our jurisdiction. If there's any questions?
How long is the processing for this digital nomad visa?
We're same as the first one. We're trying to do the whole process within the first 30 days. It's very important to us to be very friendly with the user, or with the applicant, because we understand that time right now is very important for everyone. So 30 days, I think that's the maximum time for reviewing every application.
Once a person attains such a visa, is there a chance that he can probably become an entrepreneur in the future and probably think of setting up a business in Panama in the future with that particular visa?
Yes, having a residency in Panama gives you the opportunity to open, for example, a branch of your company that you have abroad, or even start a business there. I think our financial system is very stable, strong currency, and other benefits that will allow you to success in your business in our country. We're always trying to improve and promote business in our country, the good business, and we are always in companion with the private sector that is just not the banking system, but also real estate brokers and other important actors in this transaction.
I want to add there that our banking system, our banks, have really amazing rates for fixed rate deposits, really competitive. And also, as Daniela mentioned, that one of the steps in obtaining the temporary residency through Friendly Nations visa was going through a mortgage. Also, banks have incredible tax rates for mortgages. Mortgages are actually the most competitive in all the region.
Other thing that is important is our tax system is territory based. So you only have to declare what you're producing or generating within territory, not abroad. And I think that's a really important question. Other question that I have that have asked is about how long I have to stay in Panama if I'm granted with permanent residency. And here in Panama, we don't have limitation about how many days you have to stay in Panama. With one entry, every 2 years, you can stay with your permanent residency. So not everyone who holds a permanent residency want to move or relocate to Panama, but they want to do business in Panama, or they want to start a business in Panama, or just put their money there. So it's very important to understand what is the purpose of the residency in order to advise them properly. So yes, I think we have different kind of residency program by investments for remote workers, for entrepreneurs. We have more than 30 or 40 programs. So if you have any questions or any kind of doubt about what I have mentioned, I think you have my emails, all of you.
Sorry, do you have any sort of fast-track citizenship program, or do you have to go through the 5-year and then apply?
We have to go to the 5-year residency program in order to apply for citizenship in Panama, because the citizenship is regulated by the Constitution. So it's very important to understand that after 5 years is when you're able to apply for the citizenship.
And the process after 5 years is relatively short, or what's the lead time to citizenship after permanent residency after 5 years?
Well, it's important to understand that there are many institutions involved in the citizenship application. So in that term, probably you have to wait 1 year to get an answer from the authority. It's granted by the president of the country. And it involves, for example, the Ministry of Security that will review your criminal record, and from the National Migration Services that is under the Ministry of Service, and other institutions that are involved in this process. But yes, probably about 1 year.
Daniela, we also have great retirement programs for persons who wish to retire in Panama. Maybe we can talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, we're considered the second best place to retire in the world, and that's why our quality of life and opportunities that we have there for people who are looking to retire. For example, we have places like Boquete, Panama City, and other areas that are designed and tailor-made for them. And in that sense, we have two main retirement programs to get your permanent residency. The only or the main requirement is to have a retirement plan of at least $1,000 per month. So if you're looking for a retirement or a country for retirement, probably Panama will be the place to be. We have, I don't know if you like the mountain, the sea, the city. We have many areas and opportunities, not just to retire, but to enjoy our country.
So, if there is any question, more
We'd like
questions?
to know something more about the free zones, but I can actually meet you at your booth.
Of course, I invite you.
I think we're able to.
I invite you to visit our booth. We have a QR codes with all the information you will need. I'll give you my personal number as well, so you can write me directly to my WhatsApp or text me whenever you want. If you need any information that can be helpful for you. We also bring the QR codes, and you can visit our webpage, www.propanama.gov.pa. Well, we have it over there in the booth. But our webpage is a really special tool where you can reach all the information that we have been giving you today, but also more about the special regimes, the free zones, how to establish a free zone, how it works, what benefits do you receive working for or from a free zone in Panama, and also the new laws of incentives that we are coming with for investors and people that want to relocate or establish in our country. So you are welcome to. Let's see. Oh, well, there it is. This is a little about Panama. Visualize it. There's no way you can expand it. As you can see, we also have a Trump Tower in Panama, like the one that you have in Dubai. So thank you for being here today. If you want to listen to the testimonials of the CEOs that are already established and working in Panama, the big multinationals around the world, this is going to take a few minutes.
As a customer contact center representing the first operation of the company in Central America. We decided to establish in the country due to its economic and political stability, security, strategic geographic location, and availability of highly qualified professionals. Our operation in Panama has been noteworthy for the growth of the company's business in Latin America, allowing us to help our customers and partners to develop and transform their businesses.
Hello. At Liberty Latin America, we're excited about the future with the heart of our operations in Panama. We have proudly been involved in the Panamanian market for many years. And we have seen the nation evolve into a digital hub for Latin America. I look forward to continuing this productive partnership as we seek to connect the unconnected and bring further growth and development for both our company and the nation of Panama.
Hello, my name is David Taylor, and I serve as the Chairman, President, and CEO of the Procter & Gamble Company. Today, Panama hosts our Latin American headquarters and also serves as our Central American and Caribbean markets headquarters, in addition to other distributor-based operations. Critical strategic decisions that impact our entire operations in Latin America are made in Panama, which hosts the largest number of P&G senior executives in the region. In Panama, we have found a business-friendly environment, and we're able to work successfully and very closely with 4 different Panamanian government administrations. We are thankful to Panama and its people for hosting us for the past 11 years, and we look forward to many more years together.
In Panama, our partnership has a few specific goals clearly aligned to the digital hub strategy of the national government. Financial inclusion remains job number 1. We'll be implementing payment technologies across the public sector to support this and Panama's digital transformation process. Now more than ever, financially excluded populations need our help. Last year, we doubled down on financial inclusion and committed to bring 1 billion people, 50 million small businesses, and 25 million women-run businesses into the digital economy. At MasterCard, we continue to find new ways to live up to our commitment to rebuilding a more inclusive and sustainable economy that opens up opportunities, not divides. Without question, this agreement strengthens the collaboration between the Government of Panama and MasterCard to put the digital hub strategy into action.
Hello, my name is Andres Kluski. I'm the CEO and President of the AES Corporation. We are one of the largest developers and operators of renewable energy in the world. In Panama, we have been operating for 20 years and have had a very good experience in Panama. So in the case of Panama, we are creating an energy hub to supply energy not only to the electric sector, but other sectors as well. So that includes industries, that includes transportation. And we found a very supportive environment in Panama. So I invite all of you to consider Panama as a destination for your investments.
Thank you again for the opportunity and for listening to these important testimonials. It's not the same that the guy himself expressed how they are doing business in Panama and how their business in Panama is growing each day with the support of the private and public sector. Thank you all for being here today again, and I invite you to visit our stand for any additional information. Thank you.
Thank you very much.